Good afternoon, morning. Excuse me. It's still morning after your 10:45 a.m. or 11 lunch. It is Thursday and or Friday, March 20th, 21st. I'm just going to re-explain what we're doing in in with the MSTEP and the interest group cartoons and the class companion essay. I'll scratch off there. Oh, wrong way. I'm not using this right. Chapman handed this to me. We'll scratch off. Iron. Okay, let's get rolling. All right, so let's spotlight some things here. So you've got the interest groups. Remember, I gave you a little bit of extra time to finish that. 5 cartoons that explain stereotypes, and I was explaining this to you in class. What are stereotypes of interest groups that commonly are held, like this one about special interests. Isn't that cute? They're voting when in fact it's the special interests of their campaign contributions that control the show. And I told you I gave you the 18 example with the Abramoff video that literally sometimes their function is to write the legislation, and that's their impact in many cases. That's what they're doing. So again, you're describing 3 that identifying them by numbers. So if you have 18, you're going to type in 18 on here to 18 on here to and then write a sentence that describes the impact of the cartoon or the stereotype. And then you're going to come over here and put 3 of them into and make sure the same thing. You put the number, the third cartoon, select it, and then put the number in front of what you chose, identify, copy and paste from your A16 doc, okay? And then same thing with the impact, and put that. Make sure that in the long answer you're putting in the number. Putting in the number. That's important. Okay, so that I gave you an extra day for, so that's due tonight. MSTEP. Okay, juniors. Sorry, seniors get lucky on this. I guess one of the few benefits of taking this class as a senior, the last semester of your senior year. Okay, the MSTEP. So it is done. It is in student view. Okay, the MSTEP is in student view. You should be able to see it in student view. Some of the questions have multiple answers, multiple selects. So this is again what you're doing. You're grouping the questions, numbers 1 through 12 are world history. What did you struggle with? Evaluating primary source passages, recalling events or terms, reading maps, images, interpreting the charts. So what did you struggle with? What's your percentage on the U.S. history section, numbers 13 through 19? 20 through 23, the government section. What did you struggle with there? And then the economics section. What did you struggle with there? So again, I have on the full feedback open. I'll show you a rare inside view if I can get this open really fast. If it doesn't open, I won't show it to you. A rare inside view of the test, but I say that and it's just not going to open. All right, so then here's the example of the question. So I've got this open, and it's my video running. Okay, so then here's examples of the questions, and some of them have multiple. Some of them you're going to do multiple, like use the map and your knowledge of social studies to complete the task about the Columbian Exchange. If you remember that from world history. So that's what you're doing. You don't necessarily there's no incentive to cheat or anything. So you put it in the browser and then do it, and then you can go back and review. And I have full feedback open to review to be able to do this. So you need to do this by Friday. So that's by Friday. So that's the second piece. So do the best of your ability. Obviously, the test itself is not scored. You know this, right? The test itself is not scored, but the evaluation is, okay? Because you have an incentive to get proficient on the MSTEP. And then test short answer questions for gerrymandering. So, okay. So I explained this in class. First one, there's a video about the impact of interest groups. 9.1 will explain that as well. Like, do they help and hurt the process? What you're doing here is you're looking at how do they differ for interest group? How do interest groups differ from political parties? How are they similar? How are they helpful? How are they hindering? If you want a summary of that, go to 9.1, 9.2 in the notebook. Those are things we drag and drop. And I know this is an old video, so but there's a video among all these links here, right here, that at the 10-minute mark, around the 10-minute mark, I really explain that question. I really just explain that whole question. So I would suggest going there around the 10-minute mark to find that. Okay, So that's that. You don't have to put that in class companion. This you're putting in class companion. What do you think the impact of redistricting and gerrymandering has had on Congress and the states? And then a separate paragraph: How can an independent redistricting commission provide voters fairness to voters and politicians, yet still upset both political parties? So you're going to summarize these articles and put the summaries behind there. Okay, this is your source. This is the legal use of ChatGPT AI. Putting your summaries here. I showed this in class. I'll put up my saved prompt. Remember, we had to go through several different prompts because it wouldn't cite the sources, but then it said cite the following sources. So you might do that. You might put them in and then copy that, and then I said generate a summary of arguments for and against gerrymandering using the following sources, and then I put the sources in, and then it generated this. This will work right here. This this will work for citations in your original essay. This will work for citations. So arguments for and against gerrymandering that we looked at in class. And then proposal 2, I told you that in Michigan, since 2020, because of a constitutional amendment that was passed by the voters in Michigan, not U.S., Michigan, we have an independent redistricting commission that redistricts our congressional districts. So you can look that up. I've showed the congressional districts in class. I'm not going to bring them up here, but you can look that up. So again, your Chat GPTing or any AI tool. Apologies, too many windows. These, and then putting your summaries behind there, what you find. And then you're coming over to Class Companion and writing multiple attempts up to 8 to get what you want, and of course you can view the rubric. It'll show you the rubric. Use understanding the impact, 4 points, explanation of the independent redistricting commission, analysis of critical thinking, grammar and spelling, and effective use of sources. Okay. Tentatively Sunday. I may extend that. Seniors may get here. I don't think any of the rest of you will. I'll open up powers the next section of Powers of Congress scavenger hunt, which looks like this, which is basically answering questions from, and I'll open this maybe tomorrow or today. But again, this is a stretch. Maybe the seniors will get there. I doubt anybody else will get there. And that is, and don't worry about part 2 right now. I don't want to do that. Okay. Looking at all the text sections to answer them. So the front part of the text section will help and tells you what section to go in to answer some of these about. We're going to start digging into some of the powers of Congress, even though a lot of them are being usurped by Musk and the current administration. Okay. Anything else I need to tell you? I don't want to start rambling on here. Okay. Oh, interest group tests. So the test review is posted. The practice quizzes is posted. And again, I don't believe because we're doing the short answer as a separate test short answer question. And the MSTEP practice evaluation is a test grade too. A very easy test grade. I don't think many of you need this, but I did put some corrections up for the political party and voting test. A couple of you I've had conversations with about doing that if you need to. So these both are test grades. Even the MSTEP, I consider that important. Very easy test grade. To do. Very easy. Because all you have to do is thoroughly do the reflection. All right. Is that it? Yeah, damage. That's it. Yeah. So again, the test review. That's what I was going to show you. The test review is posted along with the practice quizzes. And again, we'll review that. That test will be Tuesday. We'll review on Monday when I come back. All right. Stay focused. Don't let people take you down rabbit holes. All right. I will see you on Monday.